microphone. Hopefully it sounds okay. I know I was out of sync on my last microphone, so I'm using a other microphone I had. So hopefully it's working. Let me know if you can hear me or you cannot hear me. Hopefully this all synced up now with the new microphone. So hopefully I've got it all looking good. So just let me know. Okay, you can barely hear me. Okay. All right. Very quiet. Okay, guys, I hear you. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. We'll get this figured out in a second. Stick with me here, guys. Again, my apologies. This is just part of the deal, setting up the microphone here. Trying to see if I can get this fixed for you guys. Hold on. Okay. Can't hear you with full volume. All right. Shoot. Then what I will do is I'll switch back if it's not working here, guys. Sorry. Let's see. I'll go ahead and switch back then. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and switch it, guys. Hold on a second here. Sorry, everybody. Dang it, I really thought I had it figured out. That sucks. I really thought I had it figured out. All right, well, that sucks. I'm going to go ahead and switch it. Let me see here. Dang it, that really sucks. I was so excited because I got it finally set up. All right, I'm going to switch it back. Alrighty, let's see. All right, guys, so I guess that didn't really work out too much. Sorry about that. Hopefully we're good now. I switched back to the other microphone. It's going to be probably out of sync, but my apologies for that. Dang it, I was sorry for that. I was super excited because I finally got this all set up. I was so excited, and yeah, and then it just didn't work. So I was like, oh, that just sucks. That's all right, though. I'll try to mess around with the microphone sometime off screen. Dang it. I was really hoping that would work, but I had to switch to my webcam now. So it's probably going to be out of sync problem is going to be an issue. But all right, so how's everybody doing today? Rocky start, but we'll get it figured out. Don't worry, everybody. Who's all here? Let me check here. Wow, we got a lot of guys in here already. Awesome to see everybody. Hope everyone had a great week. Back with the Saturday night live stream. Thought I'd try Saturday night again. Last week seemed to work pretty well, so I think I'll change it to Saturday live streams instead of on Thursday, so we can get more people. Looks like we got Jude the Dude, Ethan's here, Scott Davis, Dalen, Clone Plays. Hey man, how's it going? Brick Fool is here. Bajon is here. Awesome, we got lots of guys here. Some of the usual suspects in here. Awesome. Hope everyone is having a great weekend so far. Essentially, the plan for the stream today is you guys are getting a huge sneak peek here of the episode that's going to come out this weekend. It's focused on this building. Hey, World War Bricks, welcome to the stream, man. Focused on this building this weekend for tomorrow. The update video for tomorrow will be this building right here. And you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek of what I'm going to be working on. So we've got this building, which I started to work on last week. You saw like the kind of front step area like this. I have now completed it all the way around in a square and started to put up all these pillars. So it's starting to come together really well. I think I'm going to work on some of the path up here and then kind of mess around with some more tiles and stuff to complete the look up here. Gavin, Saturday night / me Sunday morning. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, man. The problem is during the day, everybody else streams during the day. I know Coconut had a stream earlier today. I was hanging out there for a while, but everybody streams during the day. So then it's kind of like, well, I'll just wait till nighttime when everybody is a little more free. Okay, well, now that I don't need this microphone, I'm going to move it. There are so many cords all around me that I had to get this microphone to work, and then you couldn't even hear me, so that sucks. But all right, yeah, we'll get some Bad Batch discussions going if you guys want to. Unless, and most people haven't seen it, I don't know how many of you guys have seen it. If there's a lot of you that haven't seen it, then we don't have to talk about it, but I figured a lot of you guys have seen it and you'd probably want to talk about it, so let's do it. If you guys want to talk Bad Batch, we can. Any other Star Wars topics that we usually get into, history topics, anything like that. So I'm going to gather some parts here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Looks like we got some different time zones for everybody. Yeah, so yeah, I'm caught up, so I can discuss. All right, so only like 10 p.m. All right, 8 p.m. for Jude the Dude. All right, so we got a bunch of different time zones, but that's all right. Okay, let's grab some pieces. I'm gonna start tiling off this part of the building right here. Now, the real trick, if you guys saw last week, every time I stood up, I bumped the table, and like everything kept crashing down. It was a disaster. So I'm hoping to avoid that this time around. So I've actually been having a ton of fun building this new structure right here, because it's just finally getting on to the fun part of the mock, which is the buildings. The battlefield was really fun to do as well, but the buildings are what make Munilist iconic, so I was really excited to get started on the buildings. So I've been having a ton of fun doing this structure. Let me show you guys the screenshot that I'm working off of, so you guys can get an idea of what exactly this building is supposed to look like. See if I can find it here for you guys. So here is the kind of screenshot that I'm working off of. Let's see. So if you see that building with all of the blaster rounds hitting it, the blue blaster rounds, it's like that building with the walkway. I'm creating that little building right there, and then there's going to be a walkway across to the other building, which is on the other side of the screen there. But yeah, that's essentially kind of what I'm working on right now. So you can see I've got the first layer. So the pillars are these first layer right here, and then there'll be another floor up top at a frame here. So yeah. Anybody else building anything tonight or the weekend, doing anything fun? I know Clone Plays was over at Coconut's place disassembling Utapau, which looks quite, I don't know if fun's the right word, because taking apart mocks is a lot of work. A lot of work goes into it, but yeah, let me know if you guys are building anything you're working on, any sorts of stuff like that. Yeah, you're right, dude. The Munilist buildings are like Roman Greek, kind of that Mediterranean architecture, which I find really fascinating to try to replicate in Lego. So that's what's been really, really fun. But the only downside that I'm realizing is these buildings take up a lot of parts. They take up a lot of parts. Just because if you see the base of the buildings right here, sorry, I'm just going to try to get this positioned a little better for you guys. There we go. Okay, so the only downside to these buildings is they take up so many parts. So like down here, we've got lots of masonry and lots of 1x1, 1x2, 1x4 plates and all sorts of stuff down over here in light gray and sand green. So it's taking up a lot of parts, but I think it looks good for the base. So I think that's good. Let's see what we got here. Built the 1966 Batmobile yesterday. That's a cool set. Or yeah, that's a really cool set. That's awesome. Had fun taking down Utapau. It probably was cool to see it in person though. Scott Davis has built the Vader helmet. Not perfect, but it's better than what the box shows. Okay. I still haven't gotten any of the brickheads or anything, or not brickheads, the buildable helmets. I haven't really gotten those yet, but they look really cool. I've definitely considered it. Hey, there he is. Southern Creator is in the house, everybody. Southern Creator is in the house. You missed all the technical difficulties at the beginning, so perfect timing. I'll try to get it figured out by next week. I could try to do it on stream, but I really don't want to have you guys sit there while I try to figure out how to fix the microphone, so I'll just do that off screen sometime. But yeah. Hey, Michigan Bricks is here as well. We're getting the crew back together. Here we go. How's it going, Michigan? Currently for this, yep, there's casualty number 1. Currently for this live stream, we're going to build this building. I'm going to work on it a little bit more, including some of the tiles and probably some of the parts up front here. But there's casualty number 1. Everybody take your bets on how many things will get knocked over today. Let's see it. Yeah, no problem, Southern. That's kind of what I figured, was it'd be a little easier for most people to join on Saturday nights than during the day, or during like the evenings on Thursdays. So consider doing them during the day, but everybody streams during the day, so. Now, the other thing that I'm trying to figure out here for this building in particular is you can kind of, since it's 2D, you don't get a ton of texture or detail in a lot of these shots. In particular, with that screenshot I just showed you guys, you've got like these pillars right here and stuff, and then you can't really see what's on the inside, but presumably there's some sort of like wall, or the actual building is on the inside, and these kind of just surround it. So I need to figure out what exactly like the walls are going to be for the inside of the building. I have a ton of translucent 1x2 bricks, like trans black bricks, that I was going to use as windows, like tinted windows, because you see a lot of those in Munilist. But I don't know if I'm going to put them in this building or a different one. So what I'm also considering doing is just perhaps putting, you know, just even having just a light gray kind of square on the inside for the walls, because that's not really going to be the detailed part. What's really going to be the detailed part is the outside and the second floor up here. And the other thing to consider is I'm going to start to have to make, not budget cuts, well, kind of. Not budget cuts, but I'm going to have to start preserving my pieces a little better. So essentially what I mean by that is I can't afford to spend all of my detailed pieces on one building in particular, so I kind of have to spread the resources out. So I think what that's going to mean is this inner wall inside of this building is going to be probably going to have to be just plain light gray bricks. I think that's going to be the best option for this, just because I need to save parts for the other buildings, because we still got, I haven't really thought about, I mean I've thought about it, but not like set in stone how many more buildings I need to build. But I think we're going to get at least, I don't know, at least 5 more buildings, like a lot of smaller buildings. These buildings up here will probably be the biggest buildings, maybe not height-wise, but width. So let's see. I was able to get the 2009 AAT today off Facebook Marketplace for $45. That is an incredible price, dude. That's crazy. That's a great set. It's actually it's one of my favorites, honestly. I love the AAT. I think it's so cool. Yeah, whoever sold it to you probably had no idea that they could probably get a good amount. You probably could sell it for over $100, honestly, that AAT. You probably could. But that's a great steal, man. Congrats. Crystal Customs, hey man. Welcome to the stream, my dude. How's it going? Hope you're having a good week so far. I'm just kind of gathering all my parts here to try to figure out what exactly I'm going to do, because there's a couple of things that I can do here. Also, sorry for having to have the light in frame. That's just the only spot I really can put it right now, so my apologies for that. But I'm just going to gather parts here so I can try to figure out what exactly I'm going to do. I've still got a couple more video segments to film for tomorrow's update video for Munilist, so that should be exciting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video I put out yesterday. I just wanted to do kind of a quick update video to let you guys know all the stuff that I've been working on and all the stuff I plan to do over the summer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Check it out if you haven't already. I show a sneak peek of a couple things with like my stop motions that I'm working on and stuff like that. So if you're curious on some of those things, feel free to check out yesterday's video. My goal is to hopefully try to post at least 2 times a week coming up here soon, and then also the live streams. So, oh no, Crystal, wisdom teeth removed. Uh-oh. I've heard that's not very fun. May the force be with you, my friend. That sounds like not the best time. Hopefully you are able to watch lots of Clone Wars and Star Wars and Bad Batch to help pass the time. It's rough, man. One time I found a Republic gunship on the Facebook Marketplace for only $100, but it sold, so I cried. Yeah, that's gonna get sold right away too. All right, so let's go ahead. I think I've decided finally that I'm gonna start to work on the wall around the inside of the building, and I'm just gonna do light gray bricks for now. Unless I can think of another design, but I really need to preserve parts, so I think I'm going to have to go with this light gray design. It's not going to look the best, but again, it's not the focus of the building. The front part's going to be the focus of the building, so you guys are going to see some of the less fancy stuff being worked on. Okay, so this is probably going to require... Spend most of my day today playing video games, watching Disney+, teeth being gone. Yeah, man. That's the point in time where it's like, thank goodness for streaming services, you know? Thank goodness for streaming services. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have to probably stand up here. All right, reposition this. Okay. The also problem is I don't know if anybody's here that's seen me at Brickworld before, but I am pretty tall. So whenever I'm building, I kind of have to like bend down a lot to build. So that's always fun. So usually after a long day of building, like just my back will be like just hurting. I'm like, oh, but that's all right. That's all right. Going to start looking more on the marketplace. Yeah, so I haven't even like looked on the Facebook market page for really many Lego deals, but I have heard people say that there's quite a bit of good stuff on there, so that is cool. All right, let's see here. Hey, Tuscan Productions, welcome, man. Welcome to the stream. Cloneplay says, so far, luck with Facebook Marketplace has been really low. Dang. How tall are you? So, I'm an American, so we have our stupid own system. So, in feet, like 6'4". I don't know the conversion because I'm not very smart. So, the U.S. doesn't really teach the metric system. We have our own stupid system of doing things for some reason, when we really just should use the metric system. I don't know why we don't, but all right. So, just get shorter. I mean, it would be nice. Well, I don't know. It's nice being tall, but being short does sound actually kind of appealing. What do you, so let me check here. Tristan, hey man, how's it going? What are you building? So I'm working on this building right here, which you guys will see in the update video tomorrow. I'm going to work on so there's like this outside with the pillars surrounding it, and then there's kind of like a wall inside of it where everything's built on, so I'm going to kind of build that wall right now. That's kind of what I'm going to be doing right now. Maybe we could do this. Might be a little better. So that's what I'll be working on. Perhaps I should, let's see. I put a clone trooper right here because I want to make sure there's enough room for clones to take cover in and out of like the actual pillars. Because the coolest thing that I thought, like the cool thing that I thought would be to have when there's fighting in between all these different Munilist buildings, is to have lots of clones taking cover behind these pillars and then engaging droids in other buildings, like shooting through windows or other pillars. So there's like a lot of blaster fire just hitting all these, all the pillars and stuff. So I really wanted to have clones taking cover behind it. So, dude, Builder's Pack is a real thing. I've been building a Brickfall ATTE. Yeah, it is, dude. It's pretty crazy. In my neck of the woods, Facebook Marketplace is always like 501st Battle Pack. Children lost the minifigs, but there's a Jar Jar. Jar Jar fig and a Lego City Postman we found with the 501st set. $50. That sounds like a steal. It's pretty funny, man. Brick Blast, nice. Starting to build a new mock. What are you building, dude? Let us know. Let us know. Crystal Customs 5'9", getting there. Nice, nice. Hey, no problem, Crystal. Heal up, drink lots of water, hydrate, do whatever you're supposed to do to keep yourself healthy there. Enjoy some Star Wars, rest up, and hope you get through it well, man. Have a good one. May the Force be with you, my friend. How many, let's see, Tristan, I like your profile picture with Rex right there. How many Lego sets do you have in total? That's a tough question, man. I'm not sure. I don't have as much as a lot of people do, mostly because I have a lot of sets from back in the day, but I haven't really got a lot of sets recently for a lot of different reasons. I got a lot of battle packs, so let's just exclude battle packs because I couldn't even count how many battle packs I have, but I don't know. I'll have to count sometime off stream and try to figure it out, but I couldn't even give you like an accurate number. It's got to be in between like 50 and 75 maybe without battle packs. I don't know how many with battle packs. It'd probably be quite a lot with battle packs. I've got a lot of battle packs, but yeah, I would get the sets for Christmas and birthdays back in the day, but otherwise I've been more recently just buying stuff off Bricklink, pieces. The new sets are okay, recently, but for the past few years I just haven't really super been into what they've been doing with Lego Star Wars, in particular, like making the smaller battle packs, or not battle packs, smaller sets for like the same price point. I'm personally not a huge fan of that, so I haven't really gotten a ton of sets recently, but the Summer Wave looks really exciting, so I'm very excited for that. So hopefully those will be pretty cool. Damn, 6'4", IDK if that's same in Australia, but still damn to me anyone over 6'2" is tall. Jar Jar did try the sequel trilogy all along. I like the old Clone Wars sets and like battle packs. They're great, dude. I love the old Clone Wars sets. They are the best. Let's see. I'm gonna take apart my Geonosis to build my new mock because I need base plates. Yeah, that's the struggle. It's like, it'd be cool to keep your mocks up, but you gotta take them down for the rest of the pieces. I only have 35 built, but I have like 7 not built. Okay, all right. I don't have a ton of sealed sets. That's not really... I've got a couple battle packs and things sealed, but sealed collecting's never really been my thing entirely. I like to open them. I like to get them open, build them. That's part of the fun for me, But I think it's still cool that people, do the sealed collections because they're definitely impressive to look at. They're very impressive to look at. Gonna need lots of brick separators, dude. Yes, I used to always be so stubborn with brick separators, but like I would never use them, and I always just try to use my hands, and then eventually I'm like, I gotta switch over. I can't do this anymore. Just realized I typed AAT2, but I think you knew it. Yeah, it's all good, man. I gotcha. Hey, Kenny Mansions, hello, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're having a good one, dude. Sad thing is I was not born at that time. Oh yeah, it's all good, man. It is kind of suck that like it's hard to get those sets nowadays because they're so expensive, but it's whatever. There's still great sets today to buy. Just me personally, I just like to save up for parts so I can make larger mocks, but there's no doubt there's been some great sets, but there's also been some sets that I'm just not a huge fan of, like downsizing all the sets. Not really a huge fan of that, but the Summer Wave looks like it's going to be great, so I'm very excited about that. Build them if you had the space. Hey, that's awesome, man. Thanks for joining all the streams, dude. That means a lot to me. When I started like the streams, I wasn't sure if people would really enjoy them very much or like what would go on with them, so awesome to hear that, man. Okay, so I've got this inner part going right here. I need to make sure it's symmetrical because I have messed that up before. Cool. I've had times where I've just totally forgot to make sure everything lines up properly, and then later on I'm like, you know what, this is a problem. So make sure you've got everything the way you want it for sure. And the reason I've got black plates right there is because those will be covered up, so you won't see them. They'll just be probably sand green tiles. So might as well save some of my other colors that I might need at later dates. So that is why those are that color. Let's see here. Okay. It's gonna look pretty. I'm trying to think if there's any way. So can you guys even see this? I hope you can. Right here, this is like the outline that I'm building right here, and this will go up to about the same height as these pillars, and then there'll be another set of pillars up above it, and then on top of that there will be the roof. So it's going to be a really tall building, but I need something in the middle here to support the next floor. So that's what I'm currently working on right now. Thanks, Southern. Brickfool also joined most of them. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Michigan Bricks, I have a question. So I'm looking for a new camera for streaming. Any camera you would recommend? And I've heard you need like a middleman to help the camera communicate. Okay, so for streaming, if you're going to use it for streaming, I would also just use it for your update videos or any other videos you make. There's a couple cameras that you could use. Also, Michigan Bricks, if you have an Instagram, I'd totally be willing to, or Discord, and you want to help out, or you want me to help out, we can jump on a call and stuff. But iPhone, I've used that before. That streamed really well. The only problem is you can't really, if you want to use your laptop or your desktop setup, that's kind of hard to do. There's some the Canon cameras seem to work best for live streaming. That's not what I'm using, but the Canon cameras to me have seemed the best because you can just plug them in and you don't need a capture card. So when you're talking about a middleman to connect to the computer, I have to have one of those. But if you get a Canon camera, they came out with an update where you can actually just plug it in through USB into your computer, and your computer will recognize it as a webcam. So that's really nice. So that's why I would pick a Canon, so you don't have to get a capture card. And there's a couple of different Canons depending on your price range. That's another thing, is to try to figure out where the price range is for your camera, or do you want a 4K? Do you just want 1080p? So there's a lot of stuff like that. But if you want to either hop on Discord or Instagram message, I will totally help you out with that, because I'm going to school for video production, so cameras are like thing I'm into and nerding out about cameras. So yeah, if you got any questions, but I would start looking at Canon cameras, so then you don't need a capture card. I think like the Canon M50 I think is like a content creator camera. That's really good. That's somewhere in the 400 maybe $400 or $500. The Canon Rebel cameras are great. My old camera was a Canon Rebel. And then if you want something in a higher price range, the Canon 80Ds are great. Canon's got a lot of great cameras, so just let me know if you want to message me somewhere else if you want more specific, like if you've got a price range, and kind of like what you're looking for in your camera, because it's like, not to intimidate, but it's a fairly, not a big process, but you want to make sure you do your research, because you're having a pretty good investment. So you want to make sure that you do your research and find the camera that you're going to want to use for a long time. So, but that's awesome to hear, man. That is awesome. Hey, King Jake, welcome, man. Welcome to the stream. Tristan's making a Mando mock. Nice. From season 2 or season 1, man? Let us know. But yeah, Michigan, just let me know, and I'll totally talk to you more about it, because otherwise I'll sit here for like a good amount of time just rambling about cameras, and I don't think anybody wants to hear that. So we'll just message me and we can get into it a little more. But just start looking at Canon cameras. That's what I would recommend first off. ARF Trooper, hey man, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, dude. Let's see. With clones grappling, hooking a spider droid down the mock, that'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. I know in the show they use the grappling hooks once they get inside the main banking clan like structure, the big tower. They use like the ascension gear, or the grappling hooks, to kind of like fly down into the center area. So, hey, Director KW is here, everybody. Welcome to the legend himself. We're just currently working on this building right here, building in the inner structure so I can make another level on top. This building is going to be really big, so I'm trying to use some parts that might not be as detailed so I can make it bigger. and then I'll have more parts to hopefully use to make other parts of the mock just as big. So, because essentially I'm replicating this same building right over here, kind of where my head is at on the other side of the mock, because then they'll connect with a walkway across it, which I think back here, I've actually started on a walkway right here. So imagine this would go like up here somewhere. It'd be like on the second floor, so it'd be way up here, and it would connect to the other building on this side. So I'm super hyped about this building. So very, very excited. Let's see, what do we got in here? Brick Blast, can you do haul videos of parts? If that's something people are interested in, for sure. There's just so many of them that I don't know if people would be interested in them. But also, I actually don't buy parts that often. Essentially, a lot of these parts I have left over from previous mocks. So I've only made one Bricklink order for Munilist so far. So the haul videos wouldn't be very often, just because I try to conserve money and just use parts that I already have. So. But if I ever get a big haul, I'll totally, or a big Bricklink order, I'll totally do a video on it, for sure, man. Oh, awesome, you're doing like your own. I always encourage to do your own ideas, Tristan. I think that's always cool because you can see people's creative side. I've always found that to be really cool. So, that's awesome. That is awesome. See, sounds good, Michigan Bricks. Feel free, man. No problem. Tristan, if you want to message, you can. If you have an Instagram, go ahead and do that, man. It's the same same username here on YouTube, so Instagram's the way to go. Let's see, what if a Jedi on a spider droid? Interesting. Hey, no problem, Brickful. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll have a spider walker in this mock. Spider droid, though. Dwarf spider droid. That is cool, though. That might be a cool idea to have a couple of those throughout the mock. And, you know, I'm kind of thinking I just don't like this plain bricks. I think I'm going to change it to some masonry. I've got a good amount of light gray masonry, so I'm not too worried of running out of it. So I think I might do that. So then the only question is to come up with a design to do that with. Let me see. Let me grab some. Alright, so you guys get to see me hopefully try to come up with a design on stream here. So, let's see. Hopefully you can see on camera here. So we've got the light gray around here. It's more noticeable than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be pretty well hidden by the pillars, but you actually can see it quite a bit. So I want to not use plain 1x4s. I kind of want to use something else. I don't have enough plates, like bluish gray plates, to kind of do a cool texture design, because I'm using all of them in the bottom down here in the structure of the buildings. So I think I'm going to take some masonry and kind of do a masonry design maybe on the corners of this little part. So like this corner would be masonry all the way around the corners. And then maybe we could do windows or something kind of like in the center parts up here, and have people shooting out of that as well. That might be a better idea than just using 1x4s. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now. Could be clones falling off the bridge. Dude, the clones are going to get absolutely destroyed during this battle, for sure. Clones are going to get destroyed. That's a pretty good idea, having a clone. I don't know if the clones will take control of the walkway. Droid snipers might be up there. Or maybe some clone jet troopers. That might be kind of cool, actually. Have some jet troopers up on top of the buildings. I know they weren't actually in the 03 Clone Wars, but it'd be kind of cool if we saw some jet troopers. That might be something we could do. But definitely the speeder bike charge, the clones are going to get, they're going to get injured, we'll say that. A lot of clone casualties, probably. Or a clone crushed by a falling structure piece. That would also be cool. I know in the last Clone Wars mock, I actually had a clone get crushed by some debris, and that was kind of, I thought that was cool. So yeah, maybe one of these pillars like just collapses on a clone or something. That would be kind of cool, actually. But I'm gonna try this instead. I'm gonna try to do these masonry pieces because it doesn't. This inside doesn't need to be super detailed, but this is just too plain, so I'm gonna change it. Trying to save all my plates, my light bluish gray plates, for other parts of the build. This is going to be the hardest build to, like, in terms of trying to conserve parts, because these buildings are so big and hefty and tall. It's going to be hard to do this thing where I conserve parts, where I'm making the building super detailed but trying to have enough parts to finish the mock. This is probably going to be the most challenging part of the build. So the hard part's going to be how to make an interesting design with kind of plain pieces, if that makes sense. And because I've got a lot of, you know, just light gray bricks and dark gray bricks, you know. But Jedi on a spider droid. I like the twist from a clone on a crab droid. Oh, I see what you mean. I gotcha. That'd be kind of cool. So obviously Obi-Wan's going to be in here. The only other Jedi that we see in the show is that one, like, wolf Jedi. So if anybody knows a good head for, like, a wolf that Lego's made, or like a dog, in the 2003 Clone Wars, there's like that wolf Jedi guy. I'll totally have him in the mock if somebody knows like a good wolf head, like a dog or a wolf head to use for that Jedi, because I'll totally put him in here, because that would be pretty awesome, actually. Because Obi-Wan's probably going to be on the speeder bike, so we need a Jedi general to, like, be on, like, with the troops, mixed in with the troops, slicing up some droids. Okay. Trying to see what other pieces. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking around to think here what else I could try to do. Let's see. Got some. Here's what we can do. I got an idea. I got something for him. All right. Also, something that's been a lot of fun recently that Paul and I have been doing is actually playing on Steam the original Battlefront, the 2004 Battlefront, not Battlefront 2, but the original OG Battlefront 2004, Battlefront 1. The servers are open on that game, so Paul and I have been playing that game a lot, and it is just so, the game is so epic. Oh, okay, Director KW, man, you're awesome, dude. You're literally a beast, man. Oh, I can't. You're so awesome. I'll go ahead and read that out if you guys weren't able to see it on stream there. But the great Director KW says, wasn't sure how I'd write this out, so I'll make it quick. It has been amazing seeing how Munilist is coming along, especially with the techniques and designs you keep adding onto it every time. Keep up the awesomeness. Looking forward to more. Awesome, man. Director KW, you are a legend on this channel, man. You are a legend. Thank you so much, dude. Because now it's just like, it's so awesome, because now that's going to help me probably buy some more parts, so I don't have to run into this problem of trying to figure out how to conserve some parts. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, dude. You're the best. Now you're going to get two like shout outs on the video this weekend, because from last stream and this one. So I'll be like, yeah, Dr. KW has donated twice for the past 2 streams, so that's awesome. Thank you so much, man. I'm hoping to fairly soon, once I get my microphone thing figured out, I'm hoping to try to figure out how to get like a robot to read the words aloud when someone donates, because I know people have that on their streams. I know you can get like a robot to read out people's donations, so I'm trying to get that set up, because I think that would be kind of funny, to just get interrupted by a robot, and then if anybody puts in, like, I don't know how long the messages are, but I figure somebody could type like the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, so then we could be like talking like a super deep topic on philosophy or something, and then just Darth Plagueis the Wise comes in. So I'll try to get that figured out, because that would actually be pretty funny. Okay, I was really hoping I wouldn't fall off right there. That would have been pretty funny. Alright, so I'm going to grab some plates. Not too many because I need to preserve some of these. And I don't think I'll have an interior to this build, like to the buildings. I think it's all just going to be focused on the outside. Maybe 1 or 2 buildings will have an interior, with maybe like some banking clan guys or something. But I'll probably just mostly focus on the outside of the buildings. So, Jedi holding up a building from crushing his clones with the Force. Interesting. If like a pillar was falling, yeah, I see like a pillar's falling down, and maybe a Jedi is just kind of like doing that with the Force, and then a clone's kind of like this, getting ready to get hit by it. George KW, you earned every penny. It shows how much work and effort you keep putting into it. Hey, it's my honor, dude. I love doing this. I have so much fun. So much fun making videos. I love it. All right. Got a lot of stuff planned for the summer, so it should be pretty exciting. I'm about finished up with my Pacific Theater World War II mock, so on hopefully Wednesday of next week will be another episode from start to finish, which will be a World War II mock, so that should be pretty exciting. Hopefully that'll come out on Wednesday of next week. It's pretty much done. I've got a couple more things to touch up on it, but I'm really happy with it. So if any of you guys are like World War II stuff, that should be coming out on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that for sure. Let's see what we got here. If you look behind the close together pillars, it's kind of just black in the shadow. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Hey, JetPrick Studios, what's up, man? Hope you're having a good one. Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, it's kind of we got another one coming in here hot from Michigan Bricks, the legend. We got 2 legends today. Michigan Bricks, awesome, dude. Thank you so much, man. Michigan Bricks donates $10 and says, yours and Coconut streams are the only ones I watch and donate. Dude, you're awesome, dude. I was checking out your Felucia updates too, man, and this, like I mentioned last stream, I was checking out one of your streams. I wasn't able to make it to the previous one, but the one before that where you're starting to do the plant designs. I think it's so cool. Thank you so much, though, dude. Like this it's hard for me to fathom that stuff like this is, you guys are so generous to donate. Like, it means so much, man. Thanks, dude. Thank you so much. Like all that stuff's gonna go back into the mock. I promise you that, and you're gonna see it too. You'll see once I use the money to order parts for like the speeder bikes or buildings. I'll make sure to do like maybe a mini haul, like in the update video, and kind of shout out you guys who made it possible. So thank you again, man. You guys are awesome, and I'll work hard to get that to get that robot to start reading stuff out loud, because I think it'd be absolutely hilarious. So you could use your own spin and use like trans cheese slopes for windows. Yeah, that's kind of if you guys have seen the show, it's kind of interesting what the windows look like, if you can call them windows. It's really interesting, but cheese slopes would be something that I could do for sure, man. Gee, I don't know how many I have though in trans. I think I've got a couple. Hey, Brad Bricks, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for joining again, dude. We're just working on this building right up here, this interior part, so welcome to the stream. I have a struggling channel, but whoever thinks I'm giving up my dream to become an animator, nice, dude. That's awesome. That is so cool. A lot of respect for people that go super hard on animating and stuff. It takes. I do stop motion every once in a while, and I've got a couple stop motion stuff going on right now, and the amount of patience that it takes, it's insane. So that's awesome, man. Keep pushing in, dude. Don't ever stop doing it, because you got to push through it, dude. Keep going. That's awesome to hear, though, man. I've been doing this channel for like 10 years, I think. I mean, I started the channel way back in like 2009, but like I started posting a lot in like 2011, where I kind of started to post a lot again. Granted, they weren't good videos at all, but it was just fun to do. So keep on going, man. Don't ever stop on that. All right, Let's get it one by one. So I don't know how well, I didn't position the camera too well about this just because I wasn't expecting to work on this part of the mock, but expecting to work on the path, but I've changed my mind here. So hopefully you kind of can see in there. I'm not sure. All right, let's see here. To one Lego lover to another. Tip my hat to you, man. JetBreaks, do you compile a list of mocks you want to build over time, or do you build each mock at one time, only thinking about what build next once you're done or near the end with the mock? Well, in the words of Master Yoda, which hopefully I won't go on a huge tangent, but I can if we want. One of my favorite lines in Empire, trust me, it's going to come back around. It's going to take me a while to get back to your question, but I'm going to get there. In Empire Strikes Back, Yoda has a great line that I never really thought too much of the Yoda stuff when I was a kid, just because I didn't really understand all of it, and I was really just there for the Battle of Hoth and Luke versus Vader. But Yoda has a line in there where he says, like, I'll paraphrase, but long time have I watched this one as he looked away to the horizon, to the future, never his mind on where he was or what he was doing. To me personally, I found that to be Yoda's best quote that he's ever, like, in the whole, I mean, almost in all of Star Wars, I think that's his best quote. And it's only been the past few years that I really thought about that quote quite a lot and what exactly it meant, because all the time when I was younger in school and stuff, really all I would think about is, you daydream, you think about all the stuff that you're going to do, and you're not really focused too much on the present, and you kind of forget about the present because you're so focused on the future. So then more recently, when I kind of rewatched that and Yoda's quote right there, where Luke was always looking off to the horizon, and he was always focused on, just the future, but you can't get to the future unless you focus on the present. So that's something I always found very interesting. I sometimes apply that to mocks. I told you I'd get back around to it. I'm getting back around to it. I sometimes apply that with mocks. What I mean by that is I don't think too much about the next mock. I've got ideas. I always have ideas for like mocks, like the next mock. But I try not to think about it too much. I more focus on what I'm working on right now. But I've always got a list in the back of my head. But I try to let myself not think about that list and really try to focus on what I'm working on right here, because I'll get too distracted with a new idea. So I really try to focus on what I'm working on right now. But long-winded answer. But I love that quote from Yoda. It's like my favorite one of his quotes now, because I just think it resonates so much. Yeah, Scott Bricks, if you want to start talking about it, yeah, sure thing, man. Just everyone be warned, we might talk about Bad Batch a little bit, but just like Michigan Brick said, watching you guys gives us a lot of motivation. I'm actually doing a Lego Remastered series, nice, of old mocks on YouTube this summer. That actually is a really cool idea, because everybody's got their old mocks that they just don't really like too much. That's a really cool idea. I like that a lot. That's awesome, man. Remastering all your old mocks. That's really cool. I dig it. It's a great idea, mate. Great idea. I'll have to check out some of them. I'd actually be curious. I'll probably check some of them out, actually. Southern has a massive list of mocks. Been slowly working my way through them. That's probably the way to do it. That's pretty cool. Problem with the large mocks is you can't have too long of a list, because it takes so long to build each mock at a time. But that's all right. Hey, no problem, Kai Animations. Ki Animations. Thank you so much for joining, man. Have a good one. Thank you for joining. Thank you for interacting in the chat. May the force be with you, my friend. Have a great weekend, dude. King Jake has a good amount of ideas for mocks. It's always a good idea to have ideas for mocks, so then you can kind of pick up where you left off, so you don't have to wait too long after you get done building something. So that's also a plus to having a list of ideas. First video you saw was a really old one. We had a mock on Mustafar. Maybe. I honestly don't remember. I've tried to block a lot of those videos out. There's some old. I probably should private a lot of those videos, but I've just left them on there because, I don't know, I find it funny to go back and look at some of the old stuff. It's nostalgic for me. It's really bad, but it's really nostalgic. Very insightful, by the way, with the Yoda quote. Dude, it's a great quote, man. It's a great quote for sure. And I've really tried to apply it a lot to just daily life, because I fall into that trap all the time where I kind of don't focus on what I'm doing in the present because I'm so focused on the future. So, which you have to be, you know, you can't just be like, you know, 100% listen to Yoda. He's wise, but you can't just not think about the future too, you know what I mean? You gotta think about the future, have goals, but just realize that the goals you have in the future are going to be impossible to achieve if you don't work in the present to achieve those goals. So, as Qui-Gon Jinn says, this quote, Qui-Gon Jinn's quote right here that I'm about to say, was my senior quote at my graduation party or whatever. Like, everybody had like a senior quote, and mine was from Qui-Gon. It was his line from episode 1, where he says, "Your focus determines your reality." So I think that also ties in with Yoda's never his mind on where he was or what he was doing. So those two quotes right there have been ones that I've really tried to apply to more personal stuff, especially your focus determines your reality. I think that's just a great quote from Qui-Gon. It's a great quote. Let's see here. But yeah, if you haven't really considered a lot of the Star Wars quotes, that's something I've been doing recently, is just kind of going back in and really trying to think about what all those quotes mean and stuff like that, because you can get pretty deep and interesting with it. So, yeah. Interesting stuff to consider for sure. Scott Davis found it really cool. They mentioned how DNAs was starting to go bad because of how many times they copied it. Yeah, for sure, man. Except for, I guess, I don't know how cloning works. But I've wondered, I guess you would eventually run out. That makes sense for sure. But, and I know in the original Battlefront 2 game, they had the kind of idea that the Kaminoans, or the Empire, started cloning just like a bunch of different templates instead of just Jango's DNA. I thought that was kind of interesting too, so I know that was something that they were doing in Legends at least, so. Thinking of making an application for Dark Times RPG. Nice, that's such a cool group. I haven't done anything with them, but I just am in awe of like what they've put together and what they've done with their all their storylines and everything like that. I think it's so cool. All the mocks are great too, honestly. For sure, man. Definitely apply to that. It's such a cool group. So cool. Alrighty, let's see here. Sort of figure that the reason the Empire dropped the clones, but now I'm really wondering how it's going to play out. Yeah, I've never really been a huge fan of the idea that they stopped using clone troopers. Just because if you have all these clone troopers, why wouldn't you keep using them? It doesn't make any logical sense just to like get rid of them. So I'm glad the show is starting to get into that kind of like Tarkin's idea of what to do versus the Kaminoans about cost efficiency and loyalty and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they say. I've always found it kind of weird that they just stopped using clones when they had presumably millions of clones to use. So I hope they're going towards like the Camino uprising. I think that would be one of the best explanations for it. Plus, that would be so cool to see a Camino uprising. So I hope that's where they're headed with it. Are planning on taking a mock to a convention at all this year? No, not this year, man. I was planning to go to Brick World Chicago, but then it got canceled. And that's the only one I'm able to go to each year. So won't be able to do any conventions this year, which really sucks. But that's right. Next year will be even bigger and better. I'm planning on bringing at least 2 large mocks to Brick World next year. One Star Wars one, and then another mock that's going to be a different theme actually. So it's sad, and I wish I could go to Brick Fair, Virginia, but I just can't make it happen this year. So looking forward to Brick World next year. Yeah, it was canceled again this year, which really sucks, but not much we can do about it, unfortunately. So, but yeah, it was canceled this year again. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab some more pieces here. that work? Let's see. Yeah, Burgo Chicago is closest to me too, man. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that one's definitely the closest for me too. All right, I'm gonna grab some more pieces. Hold on here, guys. One moment. I'm gonna grab a couple more pieces here. But it was also weird because they canceled it like way earlier than they normally. Like last year they didn't cancel it until like May. This year they canceled it like, I don't know, back in March. It was really weird how early they canceled it, but that's all right, I guess. Well, not really all right. It's really quite sad, but all right, T. Oh, I keep bumping so many things. I'm very clumsy, dude. Very clumsy, especially when I'm on stream. Alright, let's see here. Got some cheese slopes. Not exactly what I was looking for, but maybe they'll work. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. What if you had a forced perspective thing with the skyline of the city with the Banking Clan Tower? Interesting you bring that up. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do the Banking Clan Tower for this mock. I'm starting to run out of room on the mock, believe it or not. I might have made the battlefield a little larger than planned. So now I don't have a ton of room to make the buildings. But the plus side to that is I probably am only going to have enough parts to really make a couple more buildings. So... and really, it's unfortunate because really the big thing about Munilist is the buildings, and I'm only going to be able to have a couple, and I'm putting all my work into just a couple buildings to make them really tall and really detailed. But I don't think I'll have room to do the tower, the giant Banking Clan Tower, and even the gunship crash might be kind of hard now that I'm looking at it. At least to do it justice, I don't really want to just shove it in a corner. It's such an iconic scene that I don't want to just shove it in the corner. I feel like that's unfair to that scene. Same thing with the Banking Clan Tower. I'd want to make it like really, really big if I was going to do it. So I don't think I'll be able to include it in this mock. This mock will just be the battlefield and lots of buildings that'll be pretty tall and still look like Munilist, but probably no Banking Clan Tower at the time being. But should I say it? Should I say it? How many people we got in here? I'm going to throw an idea out to you guys. Well... I don't know. Let's see. We're an hour into the stream. Got 11 people watching. I've been throwing around an idea of how to fix that problem that I just explained, where there's so many iconic things in Munilist, but I don't have enough parts to do them all at once, if that makes sense. So I've been throwing around an idea to do. Don't know if I want to reveal it yet, though. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Okay. You guys will just get a sneak peek of what I've been thinking about. It's not set in stone whatsoever, not even close. It's just been something I thought about recently because I realized there's a lot of iconic things from Munilist that I'm not going to be able to include at this time. Again, due to size of the mock and part availability, I can't do everything at once. So what I've been considering doing is finishing this mock all the way out. So finishing this mock with all the different buildings and the battlefield, the speeder bike chase, massive epic Munilist battle. And I've been considering that maybe what I do is instead of thinking of a new mock to do after this, I begin like a phase 2 version of Munilist where, so if you guys know, I'm building on a giant, like the 6-foot table all the way across. So I've been considering perhaps once I finish with this mock, my next mock won't be a new planet, it'll be Munilist again, and perhaps I'll just make the whole table the city. So no battlefield or anything like that, I'll make the whole table the city, and like the first half or the first like fourth of the table, maybe the first, yeah, probably the first like fourth of the table will be the gunship crash, so I can really do that scene justice, because the way I have this set up right now, there's no way I can do that scene justice. So maybe like the first fourth of the mock, if I were to do this idea for next year, would be the gunship crash would be one end of the mock. Then we've got a bunch of buildings with a bunch of streets. And then the back of the mock is the giant banking clan tower that King Jake mentioned earlier with the actual cannon on it. So that's what I've been throwing around for Brickworld 2022. So that's what I've been throwing around because I'm realizing I'm not able to include all the iconic things on this mock that I want to. So I've been considering doing that is after this one's done, doing a whole table of just the city and including a big massive gunship crash and then the giant banking clan tower and a bunch of buildings. So that's not in stone yet, but that's something I've been considering because I really want to do the banking clan tower and I really want to do the gunship crash. So that's what I've been thinking about recently. And then maybe take that to Brickworld 2022 because I was really sad to not have Munilist at a convention because I haven't ever seen a Munilist at a convention before. So I was really excited to show that to people. So that's why I'm considering doing that as well. So then anybody that goes there can still see Munilist. It just will be a different version. So there you go. All 10 or 11 of you guys just got a sneak peek of what I've been thinking about. We'll see if I go through with it, but I am liking the idea quite a bit. So everybody gets a sneak peek. Make sure to keep it quiet. All right, keep it quiet, boys. Keep it quiet. 2003 Clone Wars mock series. There you go. What kind of clone helmet do you find to be the best for doing the technique where you pose it without a helmet or without a head? Not the new 501st Troopers, that's for sure. Those are a pain in the arse to do. Those are horrible for doing that. Honestly, not the best answer for people probably that you're looking for, but the old 2005 Clone Troopers are the best because the helmet is so much bigger, so you can pose it. Even these are so small, like the actual helmet, like it's so small, you don't have a lot of flexibility. But with the old 2005 version, you have so much room to play with different poses with the figures. So yeah, I also am throwing that out there because I don't know if that's something that you guys would like to see or not. But essentially, I just mean like Munilist mock update videos would be the thing I'm kind of doing for the next like year or so, probably. And of course, I'll still have all my other videos as well, so it won't just be Munilist. And then I might do a build series on the other mock I'm building for Brickworld. But yeah, it really comes down to if you guys would want to see Munilist done justice, in my opinion. Because what I'm doing right now, I think is going to be awesome, but it's not going to be the true justice for Munilist. So that is the grand thing I've been throwing around. So we shall see if that's something people are interested in or not. So, okay, I see the problem. I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on with this, but I just didn't build it sturdy enough, so that would be a problem. That's what the issue is. So that was right there. That right there. Okay. So now we've got one corner, as you can kind of see, that's more like a masonry thing right there. So that's what I'm going to do on a couple of these other corners here. I think that's going to look really cool, actually. So, hey, see you later, Jetbreaks. Hope you have a good one, dude. Thanks for joining the stream, man. May the force be with you, my friend. Let's see. Nothing wrong with Phase 1 / Phase 2 approach. I did the Coruscant and lower Coruscant. I did upper Coruscant and lower Coruscant that way. Yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about. So, Dustin Jensen, hello, man. Welcome to the stream. King Jake, you could represent the cool tactics used by the ARCs. That's what I mean too. Is have like the actual ARC trooper movements in the city, or have like I also wanted to have an AAT in the street, like a custom tan AAT. So that idea would also allow me to do that as well. So because I really wanted a custom AAT, like roaming down the streets of Munilist. So that new idea would also allow me to do that. So that's also a plus. Let's see here. Brad Brooks likes it. Okay, cool. If enough people like it, yeah, that's kind of... We'll see. I mean, I've also got other ideas for other mocks if the time comes and I'm like, yeah, I want to move on from Munilist. got lots of other ideas, but I figured if I already have all the parts for Munilist and I spent all this time making it, I might as well try to do it a little more justice, if that makes sense. But what if you made the Crash Venator where Grievous completely destroys the whole squad of Jedi? That would be kind of cool. It's such a cool scene. Grievous is so cool in the O3 Clone Wars. He's the best. He's so cool. He's awesome in the O3 Clone Wars, especially that opening scene. Focus. We are Jedi. Shaggy. And gets squashed by Grievous. It's like, oh no, what have you done? Bumbling buffoon. Listen to Caddy Mundi. He is all wise. Listen to that man. Listen to Master Caddy Mundi. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? He cares about people. He's just trying to help Shaggy the Jedi, and he's... yeah. I'm going to the Lego store for the first time. Hey, nice. If you're going to the Lego store, I would recommend, this is just me personally, but if you, instead of getting a set, I would just get like a bunch of pick-a-brick stuff, just because you can get a ton of pick-a-brick stuff from the pick-a-brick wall. You can get so many pieces that you'll be able to use in your mocks. So I would look at the pick-a-brick wall if you can, because it's so odd. It's. I remember the first time I was able to do pick-a-brick a few years back, and it was just like, like I just was able to grab everything, and just grab everything and just put it in there and get as much as I could, because you can get a ton of parts from pick-a-brick. In fact, most of the sand green, actually all the sand green, well, not all of it, most of the sand green that I've got in the mock is actually from pick-a-brick walls from like years ago. What's good to quote that line? So glad you said it. Quotes are the best. So what's interesting is I'm actually using some studs, and what's cool is this is actually looking interesting to use masonry combined with studs. That's interesting. Let's see. Because the other thing to be careful of is masonry spam. I don't want to do that, which is why I'm not going to do this whole middle part out of masonry. I'm just going to do each of the corners to give it a little bit of texture. Because I don't want a masonry spam. Don't want that. Don't want the masonry spam. Also, just a random thought. How do people feel about rando clones wearing, or not rando clones, random just like military guys for the Empire wearing clone armor? I felt like so betrayed when I saw that. I just cringed. I was like, oh, this is painful to watch. You know what I mean? Just like, you don't deserve that armor, you know? Like, that belongs to clone troopers. That doesn't belong to you people. It just felt so weird to see in the latest episode, where it's just regular people wearing clone armor. I was like, that doesn't belong to you. It felt really weird to me, but maybe that was the point, you know? I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but I was like, painfully, like, no, not our clone trooper armor, don't take that away. Guess I might need a door too, actually, to this entrance. It could be interesting. I've thought of something to do here that I think will be actually kind of cool now that I think about it. That I might try out here. Let's see here. Hey, Clone Motion Studios, welcome, man. Welcome to the stream, dude. How is it going? Hope you're having a good one. We're just working on Munilist here. Working on Munilist. Again, my apologies for the light in the background, but trying to think where else I could. I'll have to find a different spot for that. Let's see. I remember that one scene from the miniseries where there's Ortolan are watching battle droids march, and you can see the reflection. Oh, nice. Nice. It's such a cool... Yeah, it's just awesome. O3 Clone Wars is just... If there's one word to describe it, it's just badass, you know? Like, just the action and all the massive armies, it's just... The one word to describe it would be badass. Because it really is, you know? It's just badass. So I'm realizing now that I did not support the the inside of this very well. I'm going to have to change that. I did not give enough support to this particular plate, so everything is like super loose. We're going to have to change that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, going to grab a couple more supports things here for this. Last thing I want to do is build a whole entire building and then have it collapse while I'm building because I forgot to support it. So I'm going to grab another support piece here. We'll go with these. Alright, 1 second here, guys. I'm just grabbing some pieces here so I can actually continue to build. Okay. Got it. Here we go. Okay, move these. Yeah, I don't want anything collapsing. Me, when the clones get phased out, sad face the enlisters. Yeah, we could phase out clones. Yeah, dude, it just felt so weird. I was like, what the heck? Took me by surprise. And of course they screw it up. The first thing they do is kill a bunch of civilians. Is those those Imperial enlisted people. They get the honor of wearing clone armor, and the first thing they do is screw it up and commit a horrible war crime. It's like, nice job, guys. Way to have a strong start. Great start. I have a feeling we're probably going to see a few more war crimes committed by that group of troopers. They, to me, they really do seem like the beginnings of Death Troopers, though. They really do. Don't know if anybody else got that vibe from them, but they really seem like they're like almost Death Troopers at this point. So maybe that's where they begin to go from. But all right. Cool. We're looking good here. I'm thinking of a scene with porgs like trying to live in old crates and stuff, and they're witnessing the cleansing of the galaxy and turning into the Empire. That'd be interesting to do, like a mock from the perspective of just civilians. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, like you were mentioning earlier, if you do it to like from the 2003 thing that you were mentioning, where the reflection in their eyes as the droids march by. It's a powerful shot, so yeah, it's a powerful frame, so that's a good idea, dude. That's a good idea. Great idea. Something else that I found, I don't know if you can tell. Try this if you guys have the parts near you, but essentially if you take a 1x1 plate and then put a 1x1 tile on top of it, you get a really cool texture in between both of the plates. You get a really cool line and texture in it, and that's kind of what I'm trying on a couple of these. So if you got a 1x1 plate and a 1x1 tile, place them on top of each other, it's kind of a cool texture. Okay, so I think what would be cool is if this front area had like a glass paint, like a glass thing right here, almost like a mural kind of, if that makes sense. Kind of just like up at the top right here. Now obviously I don't know where then it's like, well, where the heck is the door? Maybe it just opens up and you walk in, but I don't know, I just had a cool idea of like the masonry is kind of spreading out right here, be cool to have that glass and make it kind of almost like the stuff you see in a church, where they've got like the paintings on the up on the windows, so when the light shines through it, you get all these cool patterns. So, the only problem would be the door. We don't really have a door to this building. Maybe it's like it's kind of dumb. Let me think. I'm just going to build it, and we're going to see what it looks like. So, I'm going to grab some of those trans black pieces and see what it looks like. That was most likely the most dark scene in Star Wars animation. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I was like, you see a lot of bad stuff in Clone Wars, but I think what makes this one so bad in Bad Batch is that it was done to civilians. So I think that's kind of where it takes the cake. It's like, yeah, that was done. Clone Wars, we see clones get cut in half, their backs get broken by Krell, a guy gets sliced in half by a door, you see Maul throwing stuff, impaling people, you see all sorts of horrible stuff, but it's never really done to just like civilians. So I think that is what probably makes it the darkest scene for animation so far. And even the one that would rival it, in my opinion, is like one of the first or second episode we see Darth Maul. They go to that one planet to try to draw at Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul like ignites his lightsaber, and there's like all those children running up because they think Maul and Savage are like a supply ship, and then Maul sends that video to Obi-Wan where he just does like a massive swipe and takes like all of the civilians out. To me, that might rival this scene, but that scene was also in like a hologram form that he sent to Obi-Wan, so we didn't actually see it happen, I guess. So that would be the only one that I would say rivals it, is Darth Maul recording a hologram to send to Obi-Wan about him slicing a bunch of civilians all at once in season 4, I believe. So, all right, let me grab some of those trans black pieces real quick. Let's grab those. So the good thing is before I started Munilist, I ordered a ton of these because I just figured I was going to need them for this mock. So glad that I got them. Let's just kind of see what this looks like. I think it would be kind of cool if I was able to do the mural thing and get like different colors of trans, like blue or trans yellow or purple or something, to do like a little mural or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. We'll see here. Let me see. This is the first time I'm trying out these, let's see if I can see it, trans black pieces in the mock. So I got a bunch of these, like a ton of these in mass, to try to use for the windows of this thing, and I have no clue if this color is going to really look good with the sand green and the light gray. So we'll go ahead and try it and see what it looks like. I got so many of these, so I hope it'll work. I think it will. I'm just going to have to make it kind of interesting here. So we shall see what this is going to look like in a second. But this is what's kind of nice about these streams, is I'm kind of just like messing around, trying to see what works and what doesn't work. The plan for tomorrow's episode is I'm not going to have the building finished by tomorrow, obviously. I'm just going to get this first part done, and then that'll be the video. That'll be the video for tomorrow. Is like all the stuff like leading up to this, right? I think when Crosshair's sitting after in the barracks, he gave the order, and he is at Camino. He's most likely thinking about what he just did. I think so too, man, for sure. He's that's what that shot was for. It's probably setting up some sort of redemption for Crosshair. Maybe redemption is the wrong word. Something to where he kind of somehow snaps out of it or comes back to his normal self and does some sort of sacrifice to kind of try to undo all the bad things that he's done while he's working for the Empire now with his inhibitor chip. So I think they're setting something interesting up with that. But I mean, that was pretty evil to watch him do it, but you know, he's got his chip, so he can't really help it, you know. I'm thinking of making an Order 66 series where I have different scenes depicting the beginning of the Empire and having cool, dramatic, and dark shots. That'd be kind of cool, man. And I love that the show is exploring this because it's such an interesting time period. And I'm really excited that the Bad Batch is exploring it, and there's so much potential for stories there. Same with Lego stuff, man. So if you're doing that, 100%, that sounds awesome. Go for it, my dude. Go for it. Maybe use on the bottom and top use cheese slopes. Try to get a different shape. Kind of, well, let me think here. I think we could try that. Yeah, we could try that for sure. I'm just like trying to envision like what it would look like here. So yeah, in the streams, if you ever see me just like start staring at something, it's because I'm just kind of sitting here trying to imagine what this is going to look like. I'm also realizing it is very dark right there. My apologies, guys. Let me go ahead and try to move this light so you guys can actually see what's going on. Alright, let's try to move this so you guys can see what's going down here. I didn't realize it was hard to see what I was actually working on, so my apologies, guys. Alright. Let's try this. Alright, hopefully there you can see a little bit better what I'm working on. But, let's see here. Yeah, so essentially using the masonry bricks right there to kind of give it a cool texture. But, yeah, live streams are probably not the best to actually see what I'm building because it's kind of hard because I'm not, like, moving the camera and stuff. But stay tuned for the update video tomorrow. You'll actually be able to see a lot more of that, so stay tuned for the update video tomorrow for sure. Because this is just really when the mock's starting to take shape and look really awesome. So just because of these buildings, I'm so excited to finally work on them. So I'm guessing it's probably going to take 2 episodes to complete this building right here, and then I've got to replicate it on the other side. So I would probably expect this little section to get done in maybe 3 or 4 videos, hopefully, and then I'll have like both of the buildings done for this next section, and then after that we'll probably kind of touch up some of the road and move on to the larger buildings in the back that are going to be like pretty tall, and maybe more of them bunched together. So I'm getting a bunch of clones and stuff, and so I want to make a series where a mock comes out of every month or so. Nice, nice. That'd be cool, man. I'm thinking of getting a pick-a-brick and maybe get a cheap Star Wars set. Yeah, dude, that's a good combo right there. Too bad there's no battle packs. Like no new battle packs from the Winter Wave that you could do. But yeah, get a pick-a-brick cup. I think like this is like a large cup. I don't know what the prices are nowadays, but I know like what was this, like $14 or $15 for a big one. But like you can stack a lot in here. Like in here I've got a bunch of 1x2 tiles, and like I had it stacked up all the way to the top, so I was able to get a lot of them. I don't know if they're letting people do that anymore or not. But yeah, think of creative ways. Maybe research some different ways to stack stuff in pick-a-brick cups, so you can get the most amount of bricks and parts in your cups. That's what I did, and I found it really helpful because I was able to pack a lot of stuff into each bin. It took a while, and my parents were like, "Dude, what are you doing? Why are you taking so long at this Lego store?" And I was like, "This is a delicate procedure." Very delicate, stacking bricks into a pick-a-brick cup, trying to get as much as humanly possible. Let's see. I'm wondering what. Okay. I'm starting to get an idea of what I'm gonna do here with this kind of stained glass on multiple sides here. I'm just kind of thinking about how it's gonna look here. I'm kind of getting an idea of exactly what I'm wanting to do here. So I think I've got an idea of how to go about doing this. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like, and then you'll see in the update tomorrow if I end up going with the with the design or not. What if you use ingots to have detail in the wall? H2 Brick has his most recent mock was incredible. I don't think I have a lot of those ingots. They're really cool pieces though, but I don't think I have a ton of them. At least not enough to do like anything crazy, like details on walls and stuff. But they're great pieces to use for detail pieces on the walls, for sure. Okay. Trying to think what other like light trans piece that I could use to make it look like it's like kind of like a painting, not really a painting, but like a different color besides the black, like maybe like a couple squares of like a blue or a green. I'm trying to think what would look good with sand green, because what's cool so far is the color palette really works with light gray and sand green, and then mixed in with dark gray. I don't want to add a ton of different colors in there, so I'm thinking something simple for this like stained glass kind of thing. This is the other thing about the large scale mocks, is like you could spend a whole night building something, and since it's so big, it's going to take a while to do. And then like you could get done and be like, well, I don't like this design, and then have to tear it all down. So that's one thing that's kind of hard to do. But that's what the update videos are for that I post, is like getting your guys' feedback and if you guys like it or don't like it, you know. Are you going to add Captain Fordo? Yes, for sure, man. I'm trying to figure out whether or not to get the Clone Army Customs Captain Fordo, or just to use the Lego Captain, like the Lego Red Captain. This guy, the Lego like normal Captain looking guy. I'm trying to figure out whether to use the Lego version or to get Clone Army Customs. If I use the Lego version, then I'd get like some waist cape and a pauldron to make him like the ARC Trooper style. So trying to figure that out still, not too sure. But dark blue or green? Do they make dark blue trans? I'm not sure. Not sure. Also, you should. I think Purist would be nice. That's kind of what I was thinking too. But also, you should build the Republic Sypha. What exactly are those? I don't know. Maybe I know what you're talking about, but I'm not really too sure. Are you talking about the big cannons like that they've got in the back of the battle? Might need to clarify. My brain's a little tired. AV Figures has good cloth set. All right, I'll check them out. I was just gonna get Clone Army Customs ones, but I guess AV Figures probably does have some. I'll go check them out. Okay, yeah, the big laser thing, the cannons in the back, yeah. I'd love to have that, but in order to do it like to scale, it'd have to be like, the cannon would be like as big. It would take up so much room on the mock, and it would make the rest of the mock look really, really small, if that makes sense. That's another reason why I don't have a lot of Lego sets in the actual builds, is because it kind of throws off the scale of the buildings. So if I make one of those giant cannons, which would be incredibly awesome, it would be so big that it would make all the Munilist buildings look really, really small, which then doesn't have the same scale factor when you put figures next to it and you kind of step back. It doesn't really fit all that much. I'd love to make one though, because they're really cool. I just don't know if it would work in terms of scaling, if that makes sense. I'm not sure though. It'd be really cool to have. It's definitely tempting. I'd probably use maybe like tan and dark tan for it. Brad Brick, see you later, man. Hope you have a good one, dude. Thanks for joining. Thanks for talking in the chat, man. May the force be with you, my friend. For sure. What if you had just like the turret in the ground or debris when Dirge blew it up? That's a pretty good idea. Maybe like in the battlefield area, just have like part of it blown up after some like a speeder bike went by. It would definitely give some more cover out there to the clones to do that. That could work, actually. That definitely could work, for sure. That could work, my dude. Okay. I'm going to grab a couple more pieces here. Momentaire. Or maybe since there is one scene, there's a lot of assassin droids on the speeder bikes, you could add some of those. Oh yeah, definitely, man. We're having speeder bikes in the mock, for sure. That was one of the big things I wanted to include with this version of Munilist was the speeder bike charge. So I'll definitely be doing that for sure, dude. And it's going to be carnage for the clones. It's going to be it's going to be just absolutely chaos with speeder bikes. Most of the front part of the mock with the battlefield and kind of the entrance, that's probably where a lot of the speeder bikes will be, a lot of the speeder bike battles, and then more infantry-based combat once we get more into the city. But, all right, we'll grab a couple more pieces. But yeah, if you guys are watching the episode, like the 2003 Clone Wars episode, and you guys notice something, like that would be cool to build, definitely just like put it in the chat or message me on Instagram if you think of any cool ideas for the actual battle, because I've watched the scene numerous times, but there's probably something I've missed. More than likely something that I missed in there or something I didn't think of. So if you guys are rewatching the show and you find anything interesting that could be used or that I could build, definitely let me know. Alright, I'm just checking the battery on the camera because I figured I'm probably going to have to switch batteries soon, but that's alright. Now let me see if I have any stained glass that I could use. Let's see. Probably a little bit of blue might be the best. We'll see what that looks like here. I'm not too confident about this idea. I'm not too confident about my idea that I've got going here, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Okay. Let's see. AB Figures has some good custom figs. They do, man. They're awesome. I'm always intimidated by decaling, so I've never gotten their decals. And I know they still make, like, they sell the figures, but I do know they're a little bit on the price. They're a little pricier than I would probably like to pay for figures for the mock, but like you're paying for good quality stuff because like the figures are just incredible. They're really nice. So perhaps one day we shall see. The front with all the snot slopes looks like the area where they collided. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of what I was basing it off of. I looked specifically at a couple shots where you see Obi-Wan charging with a bunch of the guys, a bunch of the clones, like the Lancer Battalion. So that's definitely what I took some inspiration for him. So I'm just going to test and see what does this look like with that. I did. Something like this. Keep pumping, all my clones keep falling down. Let's see. So like a rough thing would be kind of like this. Where it'd be like a different color in the middle, but I don't know. I don't think so. Nope. Switching it. If you want one of the decaled figures, you get someone on Discord to make it for you. Okay. Yeah, I'd be worried that I would spend all the money on the figure, on the decals, and then I would screw it up. That's like my fear about the decals, is that I would spend all that money and then I would just screw it up. I was definitely worried about that. So that's cool that they have people that make them for you, because I've heard the decals are kind of tricky to figure out sometimes. So that's really nice. And the other thing is, I'm realizing how big this is going to have to be, because I got to get all the way up to the pillars in order to make it. Hey, Crystal Customs, welcome back, man. Welcome back, my dude. Welcome back. All right. So, let's see. I guess I'll just continue to work on this up front here, front part for the live stream here. I personally would never do decals. I like printed more, but if people like decals, good for them, just your preference. Yeah, I don't know if I have an exact preference for them, because I haven't really ever done decals. I mean, I've done decals for like World War II figures. So like I've got a couple of American soldiers and like Russian soldiers where I actually decaled them from like Brickmania. But those were like super simple, like water slide decals, I think, and they were really easy. But the AV figures one, you need to be like super, super precise. And that definitely scares me a little bit. But the old Brickmania, or the Brick Arms or Brickmania ones that I got weren't too hard to try to figure out, because they were just like one big piece that you just had to like stick on to your figures. So, but both printing and decaling, the figures always look good in the end as well. So that's always the other thing. Either one you choose, it's probably going to look really good. So. What if you fit in tiles and plates in between the trans pieces to make like framing for the window? What if you fit in tiles and plates in between the trans pieces? Interesting. I see what you're saying. I guess I could probably try that. I'm trying to think what's... I know I've seen people do really cool designs with like cheese slopes, where they kind of like tuck in a bunch of cheese slopes, if that makes sense. I've seen people do that, and that actually that looks really cool too. But I do like the idea of like a window frame though. It is an excellent idea, King Jake. Are those Brick Arms or CAC weapons? They are, they're the Brick Arms ones. Brick Arms rifle. Yeah, these are all the Brick Arms ones. Yeah. I think for like, I don't know, I don't think you can go wrong with CAC or Brick Arms for weapons. I know I have a Brickmania store fairly close to me, so I can get them shipped really quickly, and get them pretty quick. So most of my rifles and of the clones are Brick Arms / Brickmania. So, but you can't go wrong with either of them. So they all look pretty good. Alright, so that's kind of the outline, if you kind of can see it, where there's just going to be this little glass pane, kind of like this, in the middle right there, just to give it something interesting texture so it's not just plain flat gray. But I really do think once the whole building's finished, you're really not going to look very much at this. It's going to be so tall and so big, and the pillars are going to kind of be covering a lot of stuff, that you're really going to be focused on the exterior of the kind of outside of the build. So I hope LEGO makes more clones for the 2022 wave of sets, because the August-September wave only has 5 new clones. Bad Batch set. Is that really it? I guess you're right, because we're not going to get... I don't think we're getting any clones in the Mandalorian gauntlet, right? With like Gar Saxon and Bo-Katan, or are we getting like a 332nd trooper? I thought we'd get like a 332nd trooper, but maybe not. It would be kind of sad if the gauntlet doesn't have any clones in it. That'd be kind of weird. But I guess if we're talking, yeah, they have a lot of Clone Wars sets, but maybe not a lot of clones. Because just the Bad Batch ones would be like the new clones, right? I would love to see them come out with a new plane trooper design. I think that's much needed. Please make it easier for us to get some plane troopers, Lego. Okay. Bricklink is becoming... We can't use Bricklink anymore. The prices are absurd. You can't get the 2014 plane trooper for cheap because he was only in one set. We need like a new updated plane trooper design. I think that would be something that I would love to see. Just some plane troopers. I know Lego Star Wars the game that got delayed again. But I know in the trailer they had plane troopers in the trailer, and I was like, Lego, come on, just take that design. That would actually look really, really good. So I doubt that it will happen, but that would be something I would love to see. Would love to see it. Let's see. Hey, Captain Rex. Hey, man. How's it going? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hear me out for the Lego Star Wars CMF idea. So collectible minifigure line. 12 Phase 2 grunt clones of different legions with no cloth with the same weapon for each figure because army builders have to grow armies and Lego makes it. So if we can't feel for a figure. Yeah, I think that would be cool, but I don't think Lego would ever do it, unfortunately. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's odd because you can see the 501st Battle Pack, how much it sold. Like, it sold a lot, and it was hard to get for a long time. People really, really want the clone stuff, so I would hope that Lego would do some more clone stuff. And what you're talking about, Crystal, would probably be a dream come true. And that's the funny thing is they would make a lot of money if they were to do something like that, but they probably won't. They'll probably just do some more original trilogy stuff. Probably if they do the CMF, they'd probably just have original trilogy stuff in it, and it'd be like, come on, guys, come on, man, give us some more, give us a CMF, but with just clone troopers. That would sell like crazy. Let's see. Hey, K Customs is back. Welcome, man. Just finished AP exams. Nice, dude. Oh, I had 2 panic attacks during the essay portions. That's not good. I hope you got through it, man. I hope you did well. I know you were talking about it on the past few streams, so hopefully you were able to study a lot. Hopefully you were able to just put your head down and do it. You're done with it now, so congratulations, man. For a lot of clone legions, like plain Phase 2, Coruscant Guard, Wolfpack, 212 are cheaper to just buy customs of. It's really, yeah, it's just weird, dude. And that's a recent thing, because that wasn't, even a couple years ago, you could still get clones for really good prices on Bricklink, but not anymore. Not anymore. So, because I remember I was collecting a lot of 212th guys for a while, and they were very fairly priced on Bricklink, and now you're not gonna get a 212th figure for cheap at all. So you got 501st for 20. Nice, $20. That's pretty good. That's awesome, actually. If you're talking about the Lego set, like if you got the 501st Battle Pack for like a $20 sale, that's pretty dang good. Feminar was able to petition Lego to make the 501st Battle Pack, and actually we can petition them to remake old Clone Wars sets. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. It's like, it's either they must be making a lot of money on original trilogy sets, otherwise I have no clue why they keep doing original trilogy sets. They must be making, like, they have to be making a lot of money off those Luke Landspeeders and TIE Fighters and X-Wings. They must sell really well to like a general audience. So that there must be some sort of reason why they keep doing original trilogy stuff. Hopefully. Hopefully they're not just doing it because... Hopefully there's a reason why they're doing it. Let's see here. You think Lego would make more Clone Wars sets after seeing how the 501st and AAT sold? Yeah, it doesn't take a genius. No, it really doesn't. Camino playset, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, the gray Camino clones would be awesome. That's a good idea. I would love to see those guys. It'd also be great, like you said, to get a Kaminoan minifigure. That would also be really cool. But that's a good idea, though, the gray troopers. I like that a lot, actually. Let's see. To be fair, since 2020, 2013 501st has gone down in price. Okay. All right. That's good. That's a relief. That's a relief. That's good. Happy to see one thing has gone down in price on Bricklink for Clone Troopers. If nothing else, I guess the older clones, 2013 ones, go down. How are you? Probably tired a little bit. Had a couple late nights recently working on these videos, but it's been fun. School is done, so that's a big stress reliever. That's done. Spending more time on Lego, but I'll probably be starting up some work related things soon. So just kind of relaxing, hanging out before things get crazy again. But don't worry, if you guys saw the update video I put out yesterday, I'm still going hard on making sure to have lots of videos out for you guys throughout the summer. So if you need $300, let's wait. If I ever need $300-ish badly, I can just sell my Rex and Coruscant Guard and 2 Lego Wolfpack and the Wolfpack guys from 2014. Dang, dude, you've got like essentially what you're talking about is you have gold pretty much. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you essentially have gold at this point with those clones and how much they're going for. You've essentially got gold in your hands. I also just realized this clone trooper is looking right up at the camera, so that's interesting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch my camera battery out because I have a feeling it's gonna be gone in a second. So one moment, I'm going to switch out my camera battery. So I will be right back. It'll take me like 10 seconds. We're back. All right, I think we're good on that. Okay. I also just realized I titled the video Bad Batch Discussion and haven't really talked a whole lot about it, so clickbait. Oh no. Got myself some clickbait. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Watch out for the clickbait. Let's see, where were we here? Thinking of making a Camino hangar mock with those little pod vehicles. Those are so cool. I wonder how you do it in Lego. I'd be very curious to see how you do that in Lego, man. It's actually really cool. Do you like Mr. Bones? Is that that one droid from Freemaker Adventures? He's kind of funny. I haven't watched Freemaker Adventures though, but I've seen the clips of the droid, so I think that's who you're talking about. Could be wrong though. Let's see, Hey, nice job, King Jake. There you go. You're almost done. You're almost at the finish line. Ooh, Commander Neo is a really cool figure. That's cool. Or the bark troopers. I've only got one of those guys, but those are kind of an underrated figure that I think looks really cool. So I made the big brain play and bought 150 pounds of Lego yesterday. It only cost you $60. I've only found about 500 non-Lego pieces in it so far, but still worth it, I'd say. Yo, that's insane. That's pretty crazy, dude. Excellent find, my friend. That's really cool. I congratulate you on your good fortune. I just totally just did I congratulate you on your good fortune. If anybody knows what quote that's from, that's crazy. But general. That's how my brain works a lot of the time. It's just random quotes from very obscure Clone Wars episodes, like that one. that one's from General Nock Durd of the Separatist Alliance from season 1. Just random stuff like that just pops into my head all the time. All right. Let's see. I tried, but no one wants Mega Blocks. Want to get another and a custom Fordo so I have a little squad. That'd be kind of cool. If Lego had made a $30 to $45 Cut LaQuaine house, dude, that's a great idea. Yoda and Dagobah Hut sets, that would be really cool. I'd love to see a Cut LaQuaine. They'd probably do a Bad Batch one, but I personally would love to see them do the Clone Wars version. So then we could get like commando droids. It'd be cool if they did the Clone Wars version and it came with the family and Cut, but it also came with like Rex and it also came with some commando droids. They'd probably just do the Bad Batch version because it'd probably be more popular, but I personally would love to see like the Clone Wars version of that set so we can get some more commando droids. That's a great idea for a set though. Lego just needs to drop by like random YouTube streams for Lego videos and they'll get like a ton of ideas they could use. That's all you gotta do, Lego. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do. Let's see. Alright, so I think for now I'm going to, well, let me think. Trying to figure out, don't know how I feel about this spot up here exactly, but yeah. And there goes another tower, another pillar. Yeah. I think this probably looks a lot better than just having plain 1x4s and light gray stuff, but don't know if the masonry is doing a whole lot for me. We'll see. I'll work a little more on it and see what we're getting at here. But all right, let's see. I have a small stutter, so saying Star Wars quotes actually helps me sound more smooth. Nice, dude. Nice. If they did a Lego Season 2 Cut LaQuaine, could easily lower the price of the, Captain Rex figure. Yeah. Marvel sets are in the previous movies, and Lego never did. Dude, the Marvel sets look great. I don't collect, like, Lego Marvel stuff, but obviously I love the MCU, and I love comic books. And those new sets they look so good. The figures look great. I'm really thinking I might have to get the Infinity Gauntlet buildable thing. I might have to get that. It just looks so good. It looks so good. So yeah, the Marvel stuff is looking good. So Lego the Star Wars department needs to get on the same track. Because the Marvel stuff looks really, really impressive. I'm loving what they're doing over there. Maybe a Clone Wars Legends wave. That'd be kind of cool. Anyone else think Lego needs to make the lightsabers chrome again? Interesting. The chrome lightsabers, yeah. I don't know. I think chrome would be kind of nice again. I don't know. I don't mind. I guess I don't know what the most recent lightsabers they're doing because I haven't bought a Lego set with a Jedi in it for a while. But chrome lightsabers were great for sure. For sure. Let's see. Yeah, Jakeson, did you mention? I think you told me. Was it last stream or a different stream that you had an idea for it? Oh wait, here you go. Use Shredder's helmet with any armor headprint. Or the Imperial from Kanan's speeder. So what's the Shredder's helmet? Do I know what that is? Shredder's helmet. I don't know if I know what the Shredder's helmet is. Do I? I feel like I do. I thought you mentioned this last time. I thought I looked it up or something. I know the Imperial that you're talking about from Kanan Speeder. I think I've got the ATDP, so I might be able to use the pilot heads from that set, because I think they're the same as the Speeder Kanan Speeder bike. Oh, okay, TMNT. Okay, gotcha. I'll check it out. I still want to do like a brick built version, so to try to get the proportions right, but I'll check that one out for sure, man. I will check it out. Ninja Turtles, yeah, for sure. I'll check it out. But I'm hoping to do like a brick built version, so we'll see what that looks like. I'll check it out. All right, so I think what I need to do here is Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at some of this stuff right now. Looking at some of this, trying to figure out what looks good, what doesn't. I wasn't expecting to start to build this yet, so I really had no idea. I haven't really thought about it yet, so that's why I'm kind of like improvising this, trying to figure out what to do for this front part. I guess I'll go ahead and start to do this side. I guess I could. Let's see. I might have to move this trooper over here. Let's see. I also want LEGO to make a small Naboo starfighter like the TIE Fighter and X-Wing this year, just because Naboo starfighter sets are oversized. When was the last time we got one of those? It's been a while, I'm pretty sure. I never was able to get one. I know Paul's got a couple of the older ones. I've been a fan of the N1 starfighter. I really do like it. I think you're right, Crystal. See, they only do this stuff with the original trilogy sets and not the prequel sets, but like a wave like they had most recently with the original trilogy sets with the X-Wing and TIE Fighter, do that with prequel sets, and I think that'd be a great idea. That's a great idea. I don't know if they do it. Would they do it? I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? We shall never know what goes on beyond Lego's closed doors. It shall be a mystery. It shall be a mystery. Alright. So, see you later, Crystal Customs, man. See you later, dude. Take care, rest up, man. Force be with you. Force be with you, my friend. If the figure doesn't work out, you could have his tentacles with the pink. Yeah, dude, I saw somebody on Instagram made a great custom one, but like he just had the tentacle version. He didn't have like the full armored thing, and man, did it look awesome. I forget who it was on Instagram, but he had just like the tentacle arms, and it looked really, really cool. Hey, Mythic Rocket. Love the stream and content. Have an amazing day and rest of the stream. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, dude. I really appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the live streams. I'm having a ton of fun doing them. So, hope you have a great rest of your night, dude. Hopefully, have a great weekend. And, of course, may the force be with you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Thanks for the kind comment as well. That means a lot, man. It's awesome to hear that you guys are liking the streams and stuff, because I'm having a ton of fun doing them. I almost said I'm having a ton of fun doing them. I'm having a ton of fun doing them. It's been super fun. Because King Jake, it was somebody from the 253rd Legion, I believe. It was one of those builds, so maybe that'll help you with your search. I'm pretty sure it was one of the 250 whatever it was called, 253 builds. So. Alright, so we'll probably go for a little bit longer here. So to wrap things up, if anybody's got any thoughts on Bad Batch, we can kind of close out the stream with some of those. Any thoughts on Bad Batch? Most recent episode, if you want, or any of the episodes, really. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it. We'll kind of close out the discussion with some Bad Batch. So we actually go along with what I titled the video. I realize we haven't really talked about it too much yet, but yeah, we talked a little bit about it earlier, just kind of here and there. But yeah, let's see. On Thursday I did stay up to watch the whole thing. Stay up to watch the episode when it dropped. At my time, it was like 2 a.m. I think. So I watched it. It was good. I wasn't like super hyped about the episode, just because I didn't feel like it was. I thought the first episode of the Bad Batch, like I just was incredible. The 70-minute premiere. The second one was great to see Cut LaQuaine. This last one was good. The stuff with the Bad Batch on the crashed moon, I just thought was kind of okay. I wasn't too excited about that stuff, but the Crosshair stuff, I think, is what everybody really, really liked about that episode, and I think rightfully so, because it did some great stuff with Crosshair. We got some new information on the Empire and how they're thinking with getting rid of the clones. And I mentioned earlier it was weird to see regular humans in clone armor. I thought that was kind of interesting. Felt wrong, but you know that's part of the tragedy, is the clones getting phased out of their own armor even. So it's very sad. As we mentioned earlier, definitely a dark scene in Star Wars with the civilians and all that stuff. I think it's also interesting what the Kaminoans are doing when they said they need to, like, Nala Se has a idea for like a new clone or something that she wants to do, and it sounds like when Nala Se and Lama Su, the Prime Minister, when they were talking to each other, they were looking at the Bad Batch table. So presumably they want to clone one of the Bad Batch guys and create a new template from them. I don't know which person they're talking about. I know a lot of people think it's Omega, which would be interesting. The only thing that doesn't make sense is Nala Se helped Omega escape, so I don't know why she'd let her escape if they needed to clone her some more. So I don't know which member of the Bad Batch they're trying to clone to create a new template. If that's what they're doing, that's just kind of what they hinted towards. Because when they were talking about trying to provide a better soldier for the Empire, they were looking at the Bad Batch table and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. Everyone's hoping that we get the Camino Uprising. I am too, for sure. Hopefully they do it as cool as they did in the Battlefront game from 2005, Battlefront 2. I absolutely love that mission. It's so cool. It's so cool. So hopefully they kind of keep it as epic as it was in that. But we shall see, of course. Let's see. I think it's cool how dark they made Crosshair, because it really showed how much the chip had corrupted him. I agree, man. Good character development and very dark with the killing of civilians. Yeah, dude, that was brutal. I actually really loved seeing the Onderon rebels in action again. Watching them fighting. I just love the idea of like Republic-backed fighters. So like they're kind of these ragtag group of fighters, but they've got Republic weapons and stuff. I absolutely love seeing that. Something else I noticed was that's Crosshair's squad. A lot of them seemed to have, like, they were the clone weapons, but like one of the rifles had a scope on it, and one of the clone, like, normal DC-15 blasters was a little modified, and they were kind of looking like Death Trooper weapons. Maybe I was just drawing a comparison where there is none, but they really were starting to look like Death Trooper weapons. So, and they've got the green visor and the all-black armor, so I kind of think that they may be kind of hinting at these being kind of some of the first Death Troopers. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but there's not too much to really talk about the most recent. I mean, there is and there isn't to talk about the most recent episode, because it was a fairly, I think the most interesting part for people is obviously going to be the Crosshair stuff. So what I hope going forward is that they focus more on the Crosshair element, because I love the Bad Batch and I'm interested in the storyline, but to me, I'm almost more interested in how they're phasing out clones. To me, that is almost more intriguing at this point, is like how they're phasing out the clone troopers and creating their Imperial army. So I do hope they go back and forth between the two stories, and I hope they start to focus a lot on Crosshair and also just the Empire in general. Oh, something else. Wait, hold on one second here. Which is darker, Anakin and the younglings or Crosshair? I don't know, man. I feel like it's The thing with Anakin is you don't actually see him do it, and I guess you don't really see Crosshair do it, but you hear it. You hear like the shots and the flamethrower. So I don't know which one's darker. Probably Anakin with the younglings is probably a little darker, but they're very close. I was thinking Crosshair because they focused in on him while they were talking about it. Yeah, it was cool too to see the members of the Bad Batch finally show some emotion about what happened to Crosshair. So just because we saw them kind of missing them, I thought that was finally to kind of address that they are all kind of like missing him, which I thought was fun and interesting. I jumped out of my seat when I heard this, though. This is the last thing I'll mention. So when Ramhart, I think is his name, and Tarkin are talking, and they mention Project Warmantle, obviously I jumped out of my seat for that because the Rogue One reference, but the other reason I did it was because Paul and I's very first Brickworld Chicago mock that we took to Brickworld Chicago 2017 was called Operation Warmantle in 2017. We made a mock, and we were trying to think of a name for it, and we went through the different names that you see in the different names that you see during the Rogue One Scarif Tower when they're searching through all the names, and one of them was Warmantle. So Paul and I thought that would be such a cool name for a mock. So our very first Brickworld mock is named Operation Warmantle because at that point they hadn't explained what it is. So I guess our mock isn't really correct anymore because Operation Warmantle was they finally explained what it was in the show. But I was just super excited that the mock that we made that we titled Operation Warmantle, in the show they were doing Project Warmantle. So I thought it was just a fun thing that I kind of got excited about for a second. But I guess that kind of makes our mock a little obsolete now since it's not really technically correct anymore. But that was just a cool thing that I wanted to mention was that we had a mock called Project Night or Project we had a mock called Operation Warmantle for our first Brickworld mock in 2017. So, hey, Tiny Funts, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. We're closing it out here soon. We've been going for about 2 hours now, so we're just kind of wrapping up with some Bad Batch discussions. So, welcome to the stream, though, man. Tiny Funts, thanks for coming. Can we agree Wrecker making Omega's room was the most heartwarming thing? It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. Which makes me think something's going to happen with Wrecker. Because they're setting up he's being very kind to her. Just something's probably going to happen to him. Whether his chip gets activated or something like that. Because I know he was rubbing his head quite a lot in the most recent episode. So I have a feeling something's going to happen with Wrecker. I'm afraid. But that scene was also a testament to just how great the animation looks. The way that the room looked from a lighting standpoint. Just the super warm light. It just looked really, really good. I absolutely love the way that scene looked from a cinematic standpoint. So it's just showing us how far the animation's come for this show, and I just think it looks so good. It looks great. It looks awesome. And is the captain supposed to be Fordo? Just curious. Well, I probably will be eventually getting like a pauldron and a waistcape for him, probably. Either that or I'll get the CAC custom Fordo one. I haven't really decided which one I'm going to do yet, but if I go with this guy, with the captain, I'm just going to get a waistcape and a pauldron for him, and have him be Captain Fordo, and then use like the lieutenant, the blue lieutenant, and use him as like the blue ARC troopers. So, hey Jude the Dude, you're back. We're closing it out soon though, man. We've been going for about 2 hours here. I'm going to go ahead and close it out here, but essentially what we kind of got done for this episode was I kind of did a lot of this part up here, and you can see I've started on the outline on the back. So essentially in the update tomorrow, what you guys are going to see is kind of the start to all this, how I got to like all these pillars and all the stuff down here. And then by the end of the episode, I think I'm going to have this stuff built all the way up to the top of these pillars, because once we get to the top of these pillars, there's going to be a second floor with more pillars and then a roof on top of that. So it's going to be a very big building. I think the most previous episode might have been your favorite. Interesting. I liked it, but I still think the first episode is great. I think that was one of the best things. Like, that was one of the best animation pieces. I really, really loved the first episode. Granted, it was 70 minutes, so I had a lot of time to kind of breathe, but I've loved all the episodes so far. So, all right, guys. Well, we've been going for about 2 hours and 10 minutes now, so this has been a great stream. Another great kind of stream with conversations, talking about lots of different things. So, you guys are always the best. The reason these streams work is because you guys interact in the chat and give us topics to discuss. So it's really you guys who are making this live stream possible. So unfortunately, the microphone didn't work, so my apologies for that. I'll try to get it working next time so that everything can be synced up properly. I'll try to get that working for next time. And then hopefully I'll be able to get the robot to read like donations and stuff. Hopefully soon. I'm trying to work out and figure that out. But speaking of the donations, huge shout out to Director KW and Michigan Bricks. They're coming in clutch once again with both $10 donations, and those are going to go right back into the mock. So we've got the speeder bike fund that's kind of going on, where a lot of the previous donations will go to speeder bikes, and then probably some of these newer ones will go to some parts for the buildings to make the buildings a lot larger and really give them that good Munilist scale. So huge shout out to those two guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are legends. Thank you so much. You guys are definitely be getting a shout out in tomorrow's update video. So thank you guys all so much for joining. Stay tuned for tomorrow for the update video. And if you haven't seen the video I posted yesterday, I posted a new update video on just stuff I'm working on over the summer. All sorts of things that I'm working on over the summer. A couple stop motion projects and of course Munilist and a few other things. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I tried to make it not super long, so hopefully you guys could watch it and it doesn't take up too much time. But thank you guys for another awesome stream. I had so much fun. Let's go ahead and do another live stream next Saturday. We'll go ahead and make these a weekly thing on Saturday now instead of Thursdays. I think Saturday works a little better for everybody. So, and of course we can talk Bad Batch now that it's on Saturdays too. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a ton of fun on the stream. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Again, feel free to message me on Instagram with anything if you guys have pictures of anything or any questions about anything like that or any work in progress pictures you want to send. My username is the same on Instagram as it is on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, hope you guys have a great day. And may the force be with you always.